lot of shots that they normally take, normally go in. Yesterday just was not. It's just one of those days that you got to throw the tape away and move on, because it just was one of those days that it just wasn't their day. And Trigo took advantage, got the win, moves on to the championship, and puts the Lady Red in the third place game. But nonetheless, the Lady Red, 3 losses on the year, all to ranked teams, as they have now lost to Trigo, Phillipsburg, and Central Plains. They're going to look to bounce back here against the Lady Indians of Hoxie. Is the starting for the Lady Indians going to be number 3, a 5'7" senior, Macy Schamberger. Number 10, a 5'5" senior, Addie Campbell. Number 13, a 5'7" junior, Bailey McKenna. Also will be starting number 23, a 5'4" senior, Ashlyn Dorenkamp. And number 34, a 5'9" junior, Lauren Spillman. For the Lady Red, it's going to be number 20, a 5'9" senior, Bree Freeling. Number 22, a 5'5" senior, Kendra Maydew. Number 24, a 5'10" senior, Lizzie Fortmiller. Also out there today will be number 31, Jesselyn Kirchhoff, a 5'4" senior. And number 33, a 5'11" sophomore, Talon Rentschler. The Lady Red head coach by Nick Lynn. The Lady Indians by Jared Dow. And Ron, let's get your keys to a quick start.
For the Lady Red, they got to take care of the ball. This Lady Indians team we've seen yesterday, they pressure the ball a lot. So they got to make sure the Lady Red of Smith Center take care of the ball, handle that pressure defense, and find those open passes and open shots. And then pressure the ball on defense. Get plenty of pressure up front there. Try to create some quick turnovers. Get some fast pace going there for yourselves. And help yourselves out. Maybe get that full court press on that they like to run every now and then. Get that going here quickly. Then for the Hoxie Lady Indians, push the pace. They seem to go at a fairly quick tempo last night. So if they can get that tempo going there again, that might get the Lady Red out of their element. And then control the boards. Get to those rebounds. Get the blockouts that they need to get those offensive and defensive rebounds. That's what I have for both teams.
All right, Rentschler wins the tip. The Lady Red in those home white jerseys, red numbers, green trim. The Lady Indians in their road red jerseys, white numbers and the black trim, as Kirchhoff's pass goes to Maydew, and Kendra going to try to track it down, try to save it from going out of bounds, drug her foot, gets called for the travel. And, well, just like our last game, first possession of the game gets a turnover because of a travel.
Well, this one was just because of the pressure defense there from the Hoxie Lady Indians. Tipped the ball, maybe try to track it down and just get those feet shuffling before she get the ball back down to the court.
7:43 left to go in the first quarter. Dorenkamp lines up for 3. No good. Rebound, 5-4. And Schamberger gets called for the travel on the rebound. So ball goes right back to the Smith Center Lady Red.
Well,
no wonder. They've been playing with the boys' ball.
That might throw a few things off.
No wonder Dorenkamp missed that shot. That's what she's going to blame it on. She was shooting with the boys' ball.
That's exactly what she'll blame it on. That's what I would blame it on anyways. We had the wrong ball.
Now we're ready to go, as 7:35 left to go in the first quarter. Scoreless here in the girls' third place game. Kirchhoff picks up her dribble now to Freeling left side. She's picked up there by Schamberger to the left wing to Rentschler. Rentschler looks inside, finds Fortmiller. Left block off the glass, too hard, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and Rentschler comes down with it. Gets it underneath for Freeling. Freeling shot off the glass, no good. It rolls out, and it's rebounded by Schamberger. She hands it off to Campbell, and Campbell pushes it up the court, down to the left wing to Schamberger. Schamberger picks up her dribble, back to Campbell, left corner 3. Missed it to the left, no good. And then a jump ball called. It will be Hoxie basketball.
Going back to last night, Schamberger was one of those players that I don't think she ever really went to the bench very much. She played a lot of minutes last night, so you got to wonder how long she can go tonight, or, well, today, at full force.
Schamberger kicks it over to Dorenkamp. Back to Schamberger, right wing. Down to the right baseline for McKenna. It goes out of bounds, and it will be Smith Center Lady Red basketball. 6:55 left to go in the first quarter. Scoreless here in the girls' third place game between the Smith Center Lady Red and the Hoxie Lady Indians. Kirchhoff has it out front. Dribbles over to the right side. Picks up her dribble there. Inside for Rentschler at the right block. Rentschler goes to work inside, and she's going to get called for the travel. She got called for a couple of those yesterday. Feet just moved a little quicker than the ball could get to the floor yesterday, and got called for a couple of those travels, and she gets called for one early here.
I think that also has to do with maybe a little bit of that bobbled pass as well. Not quite ready for it. Had to try to track it down a little bit and just kept those feet moving before she could make her move.
6.5 to go in the first quarter. The girls' third place matchup. Schamberger pump fakes, drives down to the right baseline. Shot is up, left to short, rebounded by Rentschler. Rentschler pushes it ahead to Jesselyn Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff brings it across the timeline with 6:15 left to go in the first quarter. She's on the dribble now, picks it up, swings it around to Rentschler, left side. Rentschler finds Fort Miller right wing. Inside for Freeling. Freeling blocked out of bounds by Schamberger, and it will remain Lady Indian basketball.
Good job finding Freeling as she came from the cross court. Got good position on Schamberger for the entry pass, but Schamberger played it perfectly. Got up there, got her hands up, and got that block.
6:06 left to go in the first quarter. We're still looking for point number 1 here in the girls' third place game. Maydew inbounds to Fort Miller. Fort Miller turns around, 15-footer, no good, and then a foul going to be called. It's on the Lady Red, their first team foul. Foul's on Kendra Maydew, her first personal foul. And the ball goes back to the Hoxie Lady Indians as Campbell brings it up right to left on your radio dial. Just under 6 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Dorenkamp down to the baseline to McKenna. McKenna trapped down there by Rentschler. Kicks it back out to Campbell. Campbell swings it out front to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp around to the right side to Schamberger. Schamberger skip past to Campbell left wing. Campbell fakes left, goes right, drives all the way, and floater in. The paint is good.
Good job getting into the paint there. Got a little floater over top of the Lady Red as she was in a lot of defensive traffic.
2-0. Fort Miller looks inside, stolen away by Spielman. Spielman gives it to Campbell, and Campbell brings it back up the court quickly for the Lady Indians. She's at the top of the key to the left wing to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp picks up her dribble back to Campbell, left wing inside for McKenna. McKenna backside pass for Schamberger. Schamberger drives inside, right block, and going to have a 3-second violation on the Lady Indians as Spielman gets called for the 3 seconds. Into the ballgame for the Lady Red, Ashlyn Long, as she comes in for Lizzie Fort Miller. Jesselyn Kirchhoff comes out as well, and Miley Raby comes into the ball game. Raby finds a Rentschler, now to Freeling. Freeling at the free throw line, drives in, right block up, and it's good. That's what we were talking about yesterday for yesterday's game. That's a shot that Bree takes all the time. Yesterday, that would have rolled out. Today, it rolled in, so that's a good start for the Lady Red as they now tie things up at 2.
That was a good-looking shot by Freeling, and you said it there. Yesterday, that would have rolled out. Today, it rolls in for us. So that's a good start. Good luck for the Lady Red. Maybe that can kind of take a little bit of momentum in order for them.
2-2. 4:40 left to go in the first quarter here in the girls' third place game, the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. Smith Center and Hoxie. Hoxie has the basketball out front to Schamberger. Schamberger kicks it down to the right corner. Dorenkamp, 3 on its way. Too hard, no good. Rebounded by Freeling. Freeling dribbles out of trouble. She'll bring it up the right sideline, left to right on your radio dial, down to the right wing. All the way down to the right corner, picks up her dribble, looks inside for Rentschler. Can't quite get it to her. Now looking, gets to get the pass off, and Freeling gets called for the 5 seconds. Couldn't find anybody to pass it to, and turnover goes into the hands of the Lady Indians as Peyton Rogers comes in, the 5'7" junior. Lauren Spillman takes a seat for the Lady Indians.
Schamberger on defense there on Freeling. As soon as Freeling picked it up, she was right there in Freeling's lap, not allowing her any way to move, breathe, or anything, making that 5 seconds very difficult to try to find something to pass out of.
Schamberger has to go through her hands. She tracks it down before it goes out of bounds. Dorenkamp drives the right baseline. Off the side of the backboard, no good. Out of bounds goes the basketball. And it will be Lady Red basketball as Ashlyn Long, the defender that time for the Lady Red. 3:58 left to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 2 here between the Smith Center Lady Red and the Hoxie Lady Indians in the girls' third place matchup of the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. Raby brings it up the court. Down to the right wings, tipped in, stolen away by Campbell. Campbell drives in, left block, jump stop off the glass, and good.
Good read there by Campbell, able to quickly come through there, tip the ball out of there, fly down the court, and get a layup.
Campbell has all 4 points for the Hoxie Lady Indians as they lead 4-2, 3:36 left to go in the first quarter. Freeling drives in, blocked from behind by Schamberger, picked up by Maydew. Maydew in the paint, looks to pass out, gives it to Raby, top of the key. Raby on the dribble to the left wing, down to the left corner to Freeling. Freeling drives in, shot is up, and she's going to be fouled. First team foul on the Lady Indians. And it's going to be the first on Macy Schamberger.
That's a good take there by Freeling. Got into the lane and then just jumped towards Schamberger, drawing that foul. That's what you need to maybe do there a little bit. Try to get Schamberger into a little bit of foul trouble, get her towards the bench. But either way, that was a good take there by Freeling.
As Freeling hits the first one, makes it 4-3. As into the ball game will be Haley Jacobs for the Lady Indians. Schamberger does take a seat. Freeling's second one off to the right, no good. Rebounded by Ashlyn Long. They get it to Raby. Raby drives at the left side of the paint, loses the handle on it out of bounds, and it will be Lady Indians basketball. 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. Hoxie leads Smith Center by 1, 4-3 here in the girls' third place game. Campbell brings it up the court again for the Lady Indians. Picked up by Kendra Maydew. Down to the right corner to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp back to Campbell, right wing. Skip pass to McKenna, left side. McKenna on the dribble, out front now to Rogers. They swing it back around to Dorenkamp, right wing. Skip pass to Rogers, or to Campbell, left wing. Campbell on the dribble. Drives in, falls to the ground, and McKenna picks up the basketball, and then Ashlyn Long going to get called for the foul. Her second Lady Red team foul.
Just quick ball movement there by the Lady Indians, trying to find something to go towards the lane there a little bit, as they like to drive the lane, get an open shot outside when they can.
Campbell puts up the deep three. She hits it, as Campbell was the saving grace for the Lady Indians last night. She hit about the, what do we call it, about a 30-foot three-pointer, seemed like she pulled out that Steph Curry range to tie it up and send the game to overtime against the Lady Panthers, as Rentschler found long shot, no good. Gets her on rebound again, no good. Gets her on rebound again. This time counted. She's heading one for an and one as Ashlyn Long.
Great job there by Ashlyn Long. Got in position, found a quick entry pass into her, went up strong with it, missed the first two, but got those rebounds, then kept with it, going right back up and getting another one. So great job there by Ashlyn Long, cutting from one side of the lane to the other side, getting in position with her defender on the backside.
Schamberger and Spielman come back in. Looks like Jacobs and Dorenkamp take a seat. Kirchhoff back in for the Lady Red as Raby takes a seat. Long hits her and one. She's got three. And the Hoxie Lady Indians lead by 7-6 over the Smith Center Lady Red. 2:18 left to go in the first quarter. Schamberger left wing with it. Looking. Now goes out front to Rogers. They swing it around to McKenna, right wing. Inside for Schamberger, right block. Picks up her dribble. Now looking to pass off as she's trapped on the baseline by Rentschler and Long. Great defense by the sophomores there for the Lady Red as they force the travel.
That was awesome defense there by him. They stayed with her, made the passing lanes tough to try to find anything out of, and just as Schamberger kept her pivot foot, it just kept sliding on a little bit and finally got that travel called.
Freeling has it right wing, looking inside, picks up her dribble, gets it to Rentschler. Rentschler kicks it out to Maydew. Maydew drives the baseline, wraparound pass for Freeling. Freeling shot up, and she's going to be fouled. This will be the third team foul on the Lady Indians. And the second on Peyton Rogers. Freeling will head to the free throw line to shoot two for the Lady Red, trying to tie things up with 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Does so with the first one. She's now got four. Haley Jacobs comes back in for Rogers after she picked up that second foul.
Maydew had a great drive on that one along the baseline. Then how she found Freeling underneath there, not sure, but able to get a good bounce pass into her. Freeling quickly up to get those fouls.
Freeling now has 5 as she hits that one as well. Lady Indians basketball as they go out front to Jacobs. Jacobs kicks it over to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp down to the right corner, and it's stolen away by Long. Well, Long tipped it anyway. And then a jump ball going to be called, and it will be Smith Center basketball.
Good heads-up play there by Ashlyn Long to get that ball originally in a steal and just lost control over it, and then get it tied up for a jump ball. But good heads-up play there by Ashlyn Long.
1:20 left to go in the first quarter. They find a Freeling inside. What a great look by Jessua and Kirchhoff to find Bree Freeling. Freeling's got 7, and the Lady Red take a 3-point lead at 10-7 with 1:10 left to go in the first quarter.
Great spin coming right into a bounce pass. Jesselyn Long had her head on a swivel to find that pass to Freeling because there was just a gap open up for a second to get that down there.
As McKenna puts up the 2-point basket from the right baseline. Makes it 10-9. Smith Center leads the Lady Indians of Hoxie. 52 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Maydew down to the right corner to Freeling. Freeling to Kirchhoff inside for Rentschler. Rentschler bounce pass now out to Long. Long, and then a 3-second violation on the Lady Red. 43.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Smith Center leads by 1, 10-9 over Hoxie. McKenna takes the seat. Dorenkamp comes into the ball game for the Hoxie Lady Indians. 43.7 seconds left in the first quarter. Smith Center leads by 1, 10-9. Campbell brings it up the court for the Lady Indians. Out front to McKenna, around the left wing to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp, skip pass to Schamberger. Right wing, long two is good.
Good skip pass over to Schamberger. Schamberger wide open to the step in as the pass was coming to her for a quick shot.
puts Hoxie back up by 1, 10-11. Rentschler gets it inside left, block off the glass, too hard, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Campbell pushes it up the court with 13 seconds left. Hoxie leads by 1, 11-10 here in the first quarter. Campbell on the dribble over to the right side, 7 seconds left. Jacobs has it, now back to Campbell. Campbell again, deep three. She hits another one.
Campbell showing her range early in this game. Last night we wouldn't think she would take those, and she does it easily, knocking down a three-pointer.
So at the end of 1, Hoxie leads Smith Center 14-10. You're listening to MCL Basketball Tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
We're switching to a different internet. We'll be right back. Hopefully it'll come right back up.
Round for the Lady Indians. 5:10 left to play in the first half. The Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red by 4, 16-12. Fort Miller has it right side, looks in. Now back out front to Freeland, quickly around to Raby left corner. Raby looks inside, finds a Rentschler at the left elbow, back out to Raby, top of the key to Maydew. They swing around to Freeling, inside for Raby, right block off the glass and good. Great ball movement.
You said it, great ball movement there by the Lady Red, finding Raby as she rolled around the top of the key, got a screen at the top, went down to the bottom, got a good look, and then right up she went with a layup.
Pulls the game within 2, 16-14. Hoxie leads Smith Center. 4.5 to go in this ball game as Campbell right elbow shot, no good. Rebound by Jacobs. Kicks it out to Doran back to Campbell. Campbell on the dribble, kicks it around to the right wing to McKenna, down to the right corner to Doran back out to Schamberger, right wing. She directs traffic from there, working against Maydew. Free throw line, picks up her dribble now to Jacobs. Jacobs back out front to Campbell. Campbell between the circles, 4:12 left to go in the first half. Hoxie leads by 2, 16-14. Schamberger drives in, kicks out Campbell, 3 on its way, off the glass and good.
Schamberger with another deep three-pointer. Lady Red are going to have to step out there to make sure they got a hand on her, as that's her third deep three here in this game.
So Campbell now has 13 after that three-pointer. Freeling, skip pass to Maydew. Maydew pump fakes, drives down to the baseline. Left block off the glass. Nope, she's going to get called for the travel.
Just getting called with that travel as she got to the post where she needed to go with the ball and kind of got bottled up there between two Lady Indians and just kind of took a shuffle step trying to get the ball away from them. So, right idea by Maydew, unfortunately for the Lady Indians right there to play tough defense on her.
So, Campbell has 13 of the Hoxie 19. She's going to take a seat as Morgan Keith into the ballgame. Also, Riley Mock into the ballgame for the Lady Indians. 19-14. Hoxie leads by 5. 3:37 left to go in the first half. Mock loses the handle on it out of bounds, and it will be Lady Red basketball. Ashlyn Long will inbound. 19-14. Hoxie leads Smith Center with 3:34 left to go here in the first half. The girls' third-place game of the Mid-Continental League basketball tournament. Raby down to Freeling, right wing. Freeling fakes left, goes right, finds Fort Miller inside for Rentschler. Rentschler shot up in the paint is good.
Tough shot by Rentschler. She was kind of off balance when she went up for it, but able to make the adjustment in the air, get the ball to fall right over the top of the rim.
19-16. The Lady Red cut the lead back down to 3. Hoxie with the basketball, and getting that three-point lead. 3:10 left to go in the first half. Keith drives in. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass, but Mock comes away with the basketball. And then going to have a foul called as it was McKenna on the drive. This will be the third team foul on the Lady Red. Foul is on Lizzie Fort Miller, her first personal foul. And a timeout called here by the Lady Indians. We'll take a timeout with them as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Sorry about that. We're having some internet problems here, so I don't know if we can fix it real quick or not. Hold on a second. Might see some weird stuff on your TV. Set up wizard. Wireless LAN. Connect. Search. It's going to be breaking up anyway, so I don't know if it's even worth it. And we used this before, I think. Let's see if it connects. Oh well. Plug that in. We'll just go live that way.
Schamberger, Spielman, also out there will be McKenna and Dornkamp. Campbell will inbound for the Lady Indians. She's looking, gets it into Schamberger, right corner. Schamberger dribbles up to the right wing, back to Campbell, right corner. Campbell back out front to Schamberger. Schamberger back to Campbell. Campbell picks up her dribble, gets it inside for McKenna. McKenna kicks it out to Schamberger, left corner three, no good. Rebound by Dornkamp. Dornkamp back to Campbell, right wing, out front to Schamberger. Schamberger on the dribble, back to Campbell, right side. 2:35 and counting left to go in the first half. Hoxie leads 19-16 over the Smith Center Lady Red. Schamberger out front with it. Kicks it back around to Campbell, inside for Spielman. Underneath for McKenna, her shot's good.
Good ball movement there by the Lady Indians. Got that shot right at the baseline as they got the Lady Reds defense moving around a lot and opened up a little gap for them.
Fort Miller turnaround shot is no good. Rebound fought for. Bodies hit the floor, and then a jump ball called. It will be Hoxie basketball. 2:11 left to go in the first half. Hoxie leads Smith Center 21-16. Haven't seen you move that fast in a long time, Robbie.
My hands still can move that fast. The rest of me, not so much.
Oh, all right. As the Lady Indians have the basketball. 2:08 left to go here in the first half. Hoxie leads 21-16. Girls' third place game of the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. Schamberger to Campbell. Left her open just long enough for her to put up the three. No good. Rebounded by Rentschler. Rentschler outlets ahead to Raby. Raby. Full court pass to Freeling. Freeling pump fakes, drives in, right block up and good. Nice use of the ball fake that time by Bree Freeling.
It worked perfectly. Faked like she was going to pass it across court. Drew the defender up in the air, went around her, right at the backboard for a nice layup.
Cuts the lead back down to 3, 21-18. 1:35 left to go in the first half. Dornkamp to Campbell, out front to Schamberger. She's open long enough to put up the three off the glass. No good. Rebound fought for. Long comes away with it. Ashlyn Long gives it over to Rentschler. Rentschler ahead to Raby. Miley brings it up the court, picks up her dribble down to Freeling. Freeling puts up the 18-foot jumper, too hard, no good. Rebounded by Campbell. Campbell brings it up right to left on your radio dial. 1:08 left to go in the first half. Hoxie leads 21-18. Rogers, a jumper, good.
Last defensive rebound there for the Lady Indians was their first one of this quarter, so Lady Red doing a good job getting the offensive rebounds and then also not allowing Lady Indians to really get any easy defensive rebounds.
23-18. Hoxie leads. 47 seconds left to go in the first half. Fort Miller drives in. Her shot no good. Fighting for the rebound. And we'll have a jump ball called. And it will be Smith Center basketball. As Fort Miller was down on the ground with Rogers. As Maydew comes back in. Ashlyn Long going to take a seat. 39.1 seconds left to go in the first half. Hoxie leads Smith Center 23-18. Freeling inbounds to Rentschler. Talon drives inside, loses the handle on it. Now another jump ball going to be called as Rentschler got tied up that time with Campbell. And McKenna comes back into the ball game for the Lady Indians. Spielman going to take a seat.
Rentschler getting the inbounds pass, trying to take off down the lane with it, just loses control over it as it took kind of an awkward bounce out in front of her and made her lose control, and then quickly Lady Indians collapsed to cause that jump ball.
Dorenkamp has it down to McKenna, now to the right wing to Schamberger. 23-18, Hoxie leads Smith Center here with 20 seconds left to go in the first half. And swing around to Schamberger, down to the right corner to Rogers, or that's Spielman, now to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp skip pass to McKenna, down to the left corner. Schamberger three on its way, no good. Rebound to put back, and going to have a foul called here, as it was McKenna with the rebound. She'll head to the free throw line to shoot two with 6.2 seconds left to go in the first half. Foul's on Lizzie Fort Miller, her second. So McKenna at the free throw line. First one for Bailey McKenna is good. She now has 5 points. And Hoxie leads 24-18. Long comes back in. Fort Miller takes a seat with those two fouls.
That is also the Lady Indians' first free throw here in this game.
Second one for Bailey McKenna, no good. Rebound put back by Campbell, no good. Rebound tipped out. Freeling comes down with it. Freeling at the buzzer, off the glass, no good. It rims out, and Hoxie takes a 24-18 lead into halftime. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back to wrap up the first half right after this, as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on a KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Push the red button. No. Push red button. Yes.
Dorenkamp has it out front. Swings it around to Campbell. Campbell around to Schamberger, left side. Schamberger on the dribble out front to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp back around to Campbell. Campbell down to the right baseline. Now to McKenna. Back to Campbell, right corner. Three's on its way. No good. Misses everything. Rebounded, though, by Dorenkamp. Hands it off. Stolen away by Freeling. As Freeling looked inside and stolen away by McKenna. And then we have a foul called. Fouls on Rentschler, her first personal foul, first Lady Red team foul.
Ball went to the court. Rentschler went down and tried to grab a hold of it, but the Lady Indians able to pick it up and causing that foul. It's just a good hustle play there by Rentschler. Unfortunately, Indy getting a foul for.
26-18, the Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red. 6:50 left to go in the third quarter. Schamberger, three on its way, no good. Rebound, 5-4, out of bounds it goes. Last touch by the Lady Indians, so Lady Red basketball, 6:43 left to play here in the third quarter. Hoxie leads Smith Center 26-18 in the girls' third place game. Kirchhoff brings it up the court. Across the timeline, skip past to Fort Miller, right wing. Fort Miller out front to Kirchhoff, through her hands, stolen away by Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp, skip pass to McKenna. McKenna kicks out to Campbell. Campbell's going to drive in. Leaves it underneath for Spielman. Shot up and good.
Good ball move there by the Lady Indians, finding Spielman along the low block with a good-looking shot.
28-18, 6:13 left to go in the third quarter. Hoxie with their biggest lead of the ball game, that 10-point margin. Lady Red get it into Fort Miller to kick it out to Freeling. Left corner three for Bree, no good. That one misses and rebounded by Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp outlets ahead to Campbell. 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Hoxie leads by 10, 28-18. Campbell ahead to Schamberger. Schamberger down to the right corner, picks up her dribble there. Back around to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp out front to Campbell. Campbell down to the right wing, now the right corner, Schamberger. She's going to drive baseline, leaves off inside for McKenna, off the glass and good.
Good move there to get that into McKenna as Schamberger took the baseline, got past Fort Miller. Rentschler went down to cover her. As soon as Rentschler moved, bounce pass right around her to an open spot.
Biggest lead of the game for the Lady Indians. They now lead by 12, 30-18 with 5:25 left to go. And then a foul going to be called on the Lady Indians. Their first personal foul, first team foul of the second half.
Good look to get that one into Freeling on the low block. Freeling cutting across and just getting fouled as she tried to go up in the air to get that shot off.
Campbell picks up her first foul of the ball game. Fort Miller and Kirchhoff take a seat. Raby and Long both coming to the ball game. Maydew inbounds to Freeling. Freeling inside for Rentschler. Rentschler inside, turnaround shot, no good. Tipped around, and Raby comes down with the rebound. Gives it to Freeling. Freeling drives inside, right block, stolen away by Campbell. Campbell now dribbles out of trouble, and she'll bring it back up the court quickly for the Lady Indians. All the way down to the right baseline, kicks out Schamberger, right corner. Schamberger drives in, kicks out front to McKenna. McKenna bounce pass to Campbell. Campbell letting the offense set up, skip pass to McKenna, left side. Just under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Hoxie leads 30-18 over the Smith Center Lady Red. Inside for Rogers. Tipped around. McKenna comes away with the loose basketball. Shot no good. Rebounded by Freeling, and she's going to be fouled. Second team foul on the Lady Indians here in the second half.
McKenna coming up down as she crashed hard to the basket as soon as the ball started going into the low post. Came on the backside. Ball popped out. Went right over top of everybody, right into her hands.
30-18, the Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red here in the girls' third place game. 4:40 left to go in the third quarter. Rentschler swings it around to Freeling, right wing. Freeling looks inside. Letting the offense work to Long. Long puts up the three from the top of the key, no good. Rebound put back by Maydew, and she's headed to the free throw line.
Good job there by Maydew. Seeing the shot go up, turned on, had the position that she needed, turned, got the good block out, and then just got the rebound. And she went back up, got fouled.
Schamberger picks up her second personal foul. So Maydew at the free throw line looking for her first point of the ball game. It's on its way. Finds it there. Hits the first one. Makes it 30-19 with 4:28 left to go in the third quarter. Haley Jacobs back in for the Lady Indians. Bailey McKenna takes a seat. No, just kidding. It's going to be Lauren Spillman taking a seat.
I think Coach changed his mind there at the last second because he started yelling from the bench. So I'm thinking he changed his mind at the last second on who was going in for.
Maydew hits her second free throw. Makes it a 10-point game once again. It's 30-20. Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red with 4:24 left to go in the third quarter. Campbell passes it down to Rogers. She gets called for the travel, and it will be Lady Red basketball. 4:19 left to go in the third quarter. Hoxie leads Smith Center by 10, 30-20. Raby brings it up the court, right to left on your radio dial. She's in the center circle. Bounce pass ahead to Freeling, right wing. Freeling letting the offense work through. Get back out front to Long, now to Raby, left wing. Raby drives down to the baseline, underneath the basket, and she's going to step out of bounds, and it will be Lady Indians basketball. 4:03 left to go in the third quarter. Hoxie leads by 10, 30-20.
Right idea there by Raby taking to the baseline. Just got stopped along the baseline and kind of got pushed a little bit towards the out-of-bounds line. Got up on her tiptoes, and when she rocked, her foot went out of bounds.
Campbell has it left wing, inside for McKenna, and she's going to have a jump ball called as Bree Freeling got her hands on that one. It will be Lady Red basketball.
Good defensive play there for Freeling. Stayed straight up and down, just got her hand on that long enough to cause the jump ball. Either way, it would have been either a jump ball or a block shot, so good job by Freeling.
Long has it right wing. Inside for Rentschler. Rentschler blocked from behind by Schamberger in the hands of Campbell. Campbell brings it up the court. Ahead to Schamberger. Schamberger drives in. Blocked by Long, and Long comes away with the basketball. Ahead to Raby. Raby to Rentschler. Rentschler crosses over. Drives all the way down to the right block, and then she's going to be fouled. So Ashlyn Long's defense got her hand out there, blocked that shot, and transition went the other way. Now Rentschler heads to the free throw line.
Good job there by the Lady Red, quickly getting that transition going the other way there. Rentschler playing post, looking almost like a point guard on that crossover, getting some space with it, and getting down there, just getting fouled before she could really get up in the air with a shot.
And timeout called. We'll take one with them as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on www.utv237 and Next Tech Channel 165. Sorry about the internet there. We've had problems all morning. Had to restart some stuff, had to reconfigure some stuff. The IT guy here at Plainville, so thankfully he got that going. But had some really problems with the after it started up dropping frames. Hopefully it's not dropping frames too badly now. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Gary and Brenda Freely, Mike Hintz, Neil Herndon, Mitch and Tammy Holtis. Go Chiefs. Donna Dunce, the Holtis boys, LD, Mike, Mitch, and Lyle, Larry and Barbara Wilson, Shaylin Long. Speaking of Holtis boys, there's going to be a celebration, 3rd annual Home on the Range coming up on May, I believe, 2nd and 3rd. Mitch talked to me about it. There's going to be some golfing and some football players come, and some pickleball for all you pickleball crazy people, and a fun run. So come on out and enjoy that. You're watching Lady Red basketball. Go Lady Red.
Games over here in Cardinal Gym. Freeling to inbound for the Lady Red out of the timeout. Long has it out front. She's going to drive to the basket. Drives all the way in. Right block, no good, but she's fouled. 15 foul on the Lady Indians. And it's going to be on Peyton Rogers, her 3rd.
Ashlyn getting that step along the drive there. Started one part of the three-point line, rounded the arc, and went down the lane, getting fouled right as she started to go up in the air. So that was a good drive by Ashlyn. She really didn't have anything to pass out to, but she had her drive and used full advantage of it.
Rogers takes a seat. Spielman comes back in. Long misses the first one. She gets set for the second one. Down by 10 on the Lady Red. And Long can't hit that one. Fighting for the rebound. Still fighting for it. Freeling comes away with it, and then a jump ball going to be called. It will be Hoxie basketball. So Hoxie basketball after the jump ball called. 3:15 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Hoxie leads Smith Center 30-20. Campbell brings it up the court, left to right on your radio dial, across the timeline, ahead to McKenna left wing. McKenna down to the left corner to Campbell, inside for Spielman. Her shot is up, left to short, no good, rebounded by Long. She hands it off to Raby. Raby crosses over across the timeline, bounce pass ahead to Long, wide open three's on its way, no good, and it's rebounded by Spielman. Spielman gives it to Campbell. Campbell ahead to Schamberger. Schamberger left side with 2:45 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Hoxie leads Smith Center 30-20. Here in the girls' 3rd place game, the Mid-Con League basketball tournament. They swing it around to McKenna, right side to the Hoxie Lady Indians. Down to Schamberger. Schamberger back to McKenna. McKenna to Campbell. 3 on its way. No good. A rebound tracked down by Rentschler. Rentschler hands it off to Maydew. Maydew up the right sideline, right to left on your radio dial, out front to Raby. Raby down to the left wing, to the left corner to Freeling. Freeling drives into the paint, floaters up, and no good. Rebound put back by Long as she's headed back to the free throw line.
Great job there by Long, getting good position for the offensive rebound, going up strong, grabbing it, going right back up without putting the ball back on the floor and getting that foul.
So Long with another chance to cut this lead back down to single digits as Hoxie leads 30-20. 2:16 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Long hits the first one. She now has 4. End of the ball game will be Ashlyn Dornkamp. And Macy Schamberger going to take a seat. 2:16 left to play in the third quarter. Hoxie leads Smith Center 30-21. Second one for Long is good as well. She now has 5 points, and the Lady Red cut the lead down to 8. It's 30-22. 2:15 left to play in the third quarter. Campbell brings it up for the Lady Indians ahead to Bailey McKenna right side. McKenna down to the right baseline to Spielman. Spielman trapped on the baseline by Rentschler and Freeling. Looking, and now a timeout going to be called by the Lady Indians. So we'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on www.usd237 and X-Tech Channel 165. I'd like to thank Alex there at the X-Tech Help Desk for helping us figure out what's wrong with the internet here at Plainville. And the IT guy whose name I can never remember. But he's always really conscientious and works hard to make things happen, so hopefully we'll get things working here. Anyway, some of our sponsors are Ruth Curtis, Joyce Jones, Jerry Chapin, Farmers Union Insurance, Greg and Tamara Frank in beautiful downtown Smith Center, David Hallman, Daryl and Kathy Lehman, Skipper Maria Miller, Matt and Alicia Brown, John and Ellen Sparks, Tim and Paul Pullins, Third Streets Design, Smith Center, go Lady Red.
30-22. The Hoxie Lady Indians lead as Campbell puts up the right corner three. It's no good. Fighting for the rebound. McKenna comes down with it. Out front to Campbell. Back around to Dorenkamp to Campbell, left wing inside for Spielman. Underneath, tipped and stolen away by the Lady Red. It's Freeling comes away with it as Rentschler got her hands on it first, and then Freeling going to get fouled. This will be the 7th Lady Indians team foul, so Bree will make the long trip down to the other end to shoot 1-1.
Freeling doing a good job on that one. Got a hold of it and just kept the ball moving as she was surrounded by Lady Indians. Finally, one of them went to try to steal it and got her arm instead. So great job there by Freeling, knowing what to do in that situation when she was surrounded.
Foul was on Jacobs, her first personal foul. Freeling at the line to shoot 1-1 for the Lady Red. First end's on its way and good. She now has 10. She's the first Lady Red to hit double digits in this ball game. Makes it a 7-point Hoxie lead, 30-23. Minute 45 left to go in the third. Freeling's second one rolls in. She's now got 11, and it makes it a 6-point Hoxie lead, 30-24. And from here on out, Robbie, Lady Red will be shooting free throws as the Hoxie Lady Indians already in the bonus with 17 fouls. Rogers kicks it back out to Campbell. Campbell out front to Dorenkamp, around to the left side to McKenna. Bailey McKenna picks up her dribble. Down to Dorenkamp. Baseline goes to Jacobs. Back to Dorenkamp, out front to McKenna. McKenna, one dribble back to Campbell. Campbell inside for Jacobs. Underneath for Spielman. Blocked out of bounds by Long, but going to have a foul first.
Nice. That was a good job there by Long, coming over from the opposite side, getting up there to give some help defense and block down out of bounds.
But Freeling gets called for the foul first. Her first personal foul. Second Lady Red team foul. Rogers hits the first one. She now has 3. Puts the lead back to 7. 31-24 with a minute 18 left to go in the third quarter. Rogers' second free throw makes it an 8-point game once again. She's got 4, and Hoxie leads 32-24 over the Smith Center Lady Red. Ball tipped, stolen away by the Lady Indians. And Jacobs hands it off to Campbell. Minute 8 left to play in the third quarter. Hoxie leads 32-24. Campbell inside for Rogers. Rogers bounce pass around to McKenna. McKenna drives in. Picks up her dribble out to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp 3, no good, misses. Rebound put back by Rogers, good. Peyton Rogers has 6, and the Hoxie Lady Indians regain their 10-point lead, 34-24. Raby ahead to Maydew, gets a screen from Rentschler, drives all the way across the paint. Wraparound pass for Raby, back to Maydew, inside for Rentschler. Ball tipped around, fighting for the basketball. Still up for grabs, and the Lady Indians come away with it. Dorenkamp going to have a timeout called, so we'll take one with them. 27.1 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Hoxie leads by 10, 34-24. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And on www.usd237 and X-Tech Channel 165. I believe Lady Red and Redmond are traveling down to Russell this next week on Tuesday for a game down there against the Russell Broncos. And I'm not sure where the wrestlers are headed to next week. You need to look on the USD237.com site to see where that's at. Or you can also look on the Facebook page for Smith Center Junior Senior High School. They'll put updates on there, plus really cute pictures of children. So you're watching Lady Red Basketball on WWW-USD237.
Warren Camp, Schamberger, and Campbell for the Lady Indians out of the timeout. 22 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Hoxie leads by 10, 34-24. Mock out front to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp back to Jacobs. Jacobs out front to Campbell between the circles. The left side to Schamberger. Schamberger out front to Mock. Mock back around to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp on the dribble to Jacobs. Jacobs around to Campbell. Campbell on the dribble. Down to the right wing. Drives inside, and she's going to be fouled. Third team foul on the Lady Red. 1.7 seconds left to go in the third.
Lady Indians there definitely holding the hold for that last shot before the quarter break and almost able to do so. They got 1.7 to get the shot off, so not a lot of time to try to get a shot, but enough time there.
Campbell throws it in. And fighting for it. That's going to do it for the third quarter with the Hoxie Lady Indians up 34-24. We'll take a timeout here. Be back with the fourth quarter of action as you're listening to MCL Basketball Tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
I'd like to give out thanks to Next Tech for giving me a wireless hotspot to use in our away games on the Next Tech wireless area. Although it wasn't working very good, but we've had some problems here in Plainville with the wireless because of the storm we had a while back. And sometimes it works pretty good and sometimes it doesn't. Next Tech, call Next Tech app on next-tech.com to find out what services available, like internet, TV for the home, phone for the home, wireless, cloud services such as cloud phone and cell phones, managed IT services, which I do, advertising, which Ryan does, and a bunch of other people putting all this stuff together across Next Tech land, and your business and home surveillance and business and home cybersecurity. So you're watching Lady Red Basketball. Go Lady Red.
And Dorenkamp for the Lady Indians. Lady Red basketball to start this fourth quarter. Maydew going to drive all the way inside, and then well, now we're going to have a little discussion here. One thought charge, one thought block, so we'll see what the call is going to be here. It is a charge on the Lady Red. Fourth team foul, second on Kendra Maydew.
I think the deciding factor on that was I think Maydew might have dropped her shoulder just there at the last second to cause that charge. Otherwise, that would have been a block. So just a little last second drop of the shoulder caused that charge.
So Hoxie has it with a 10-point lead, 34-24. Spielman baseline shot, no good. Rebounded by Freeling. And she's going to be fouled. Eighth team foul on the Lady Indians, and Bree makes the jog down to the other end to shoot 1-1 with 7:37 left to go in the ball game. The Hoxie Lady Indians a 10-point lead, 34-24.
Good job there by Freeling. Had the good position on it. Went up, grabbed the rebound as they're going back to the grounds. Lady Indian went up over top and just pulled her back to the ground, trying to get hold of the ball.
Freeling first in the 1-on-1, no good. Rebound tracked down by Bailey McKenna. So the score remains a 10-point Hoxie lead as Schamberger's three, no good. Rebounded by Raby. Makes it, again, 10-point lead, 34-24. Hoxie leads Smith Center. 7:18 left to go in the fourth quarter. Rentschler has it inside for Fort Miller. Fort Miller left, blocked by Schamberger. Schamberger comes away with the basketball, and she'll bring it up the court to Campbell. Addison Campbell brings it left to right on your radio dial across the timeline. Ahead to Schamberger. Schamberger, right wing, picks up her dribble down to Campbell. Inside for Spielman. Turnaround shot, no good. Fighting for the rebound, still fighting for it. Fort Miller comes away with it, and she's going to be fouled. Team foul on the Lady Indians.
Lady Red doing a good job getting those rebounds and getting fouled on those, as that one was just a loose ball foul. Fort Miller was able to grab it and then just get fouled at the last second on that one. So Lady Red being very active on those rebounds.
McKenna picks up her second personal foul. Spielman takes a seat. Fort Miller's first in the 1-on-1, no good. Rebound put back by Freeling is no good. Fighting for the rebound, and Campbell comes down with it. Lady Indians basketball shot no good. Rebounded by Rentschler. Rentschler dribbles out of trouble, now gives the ball off to Raby. 6:36 left to play. Hoxie leads the Smith Center in the girls' third place game by 10, 34-24. Raby on the dribble ahead to Rentschler between the circles. Rentschler underneath for Freeling. Freeling left block up, no good. Fighting for the rebound, out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Freeling, and it will be Lady Indians basketball. 6:23 left to go in the fourth quarter. Hoxie a 10-point lead, 34-24 over the Smith Center Lady Red. Girls' third place game in the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. And a timeout called by the Lady Red. We'll take a timeout with them as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
I'd like to thank everybody who's helped us out here. Sorry about the stream. It doesn't seem to be working very well at all. Subsequently, I don't know what I can do about it, but we'll check it out and see if we can get it working fine at Russell. I think we usually plug in directly at Russell, so I should have brought one of my 25-foot cords here. I might have been able to plug into the calyx that's up here. Anyway, if you want to find out what's going on, go to USD237.com, click on the quick links, and click on the athletic calendar. So go Lady Red.
34-24. Girls' third place game of the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament here from Plainville. So Addison Campbell brings it up the court. Ahead to Rogers. Rogers left elbow shot, good.
Rogers left alone at the left elbow. Quickly got the pass and it elevates before Lady Red could get in front of her to get that shot off.
Puts Hoxie up by 12, 36-24, tying their biggest lead of the ball game. Freeling drives in, off the glass, no good. Fort Miller with the rebound. Her put back is no good because she's fouled. 10th team foul on the Lady Indians, which means from here on out, the Lady Red will be shooting 2. 5:57 left to play. Hoxie leads by 12, 36-24. Fort Miller heads to the free throw line. Gets set for the first one on its way. Good. Her first point of the ball game. Makes it an 11-point game, 36-25. Spielman and Jacobs both back into the ball game. McKenna and Rogers both take a seat. Fort Miller getting set for her second one. On its way. That one rattles out. No good. Rebounded by Spielman. She's trapped by Freeling and Rentschler. Passes the ball off, stolen away by Maydew. Maydew's shot is up, and she's had, gonna have a jump ball called. It will be Hoxie basketball.
As I thought she was going to be fouled on that one as well, but the ref.
So did Coach Lynn.
The ref right underneath the basket, he calls a jump ball. Must have had enough of the ball instead of arm to get that jump.
So, Lady Indians basketball up by 11, 36-25, 5:40 left to go in the ball game. Schamberger 3 on its way, no good. Rebound tracked down by Campbell. Campbell to Schamberger, back to Campbell, skip pass to Doran Camp left side. Doran Camp picked up by Maydew, picks up her dribble out front now to Campbell, tipped around. Campbell tracks down the loose basketball. Down to Schamberger, inside for Spielman at the free throw line. Back out Campbell, left wing. Top of the key, jumps through the defense, finds Jacobs underneath, blocked out there by Fort Miller. No, they're going to say Lizzie fouled her, and it will be Fort Miller's fifth Lady Red team foul.
Fort Miller came over from the other side of the lane, able to get a hand on that ball, but got an arm as well. Otherwise, her hand cleanly on the ball, sent it the other way, but got a little piece of arm as she tried to clinch through.
Jacobs' first one, no good. Looking for her first point of the ball game, trying to put the Lady Indians back up by 12 as they lead by 11 right now, 36-25, 5:13 left to play. Jacobs' second one is no good, rebounded by Freeling. And now Schamberger comes away with the steal. Schamberger to Campbell, and she's going to get called for the travel. As she asked the ref what she did, the coach asked the ref what she did. She took 4 steps. That's what she did. She went to split the defense. Just too many steps on that one.
That's exactly what happened. Just too many steps. Right idea, but a little bit far out to try to split it, and she took that extra step, and the ref right there to see it.
Fort Miller kicks it out to Raby. Raby down to the baseline. Dribbles back out to the right corner. Now to Maydew, right wing. Maydew inside for Fort Miller. Power dribble, right block up. Counter. She's heading the line for an and one.
Fort Miller's been trying to get position underneath the basket all night long to get the shot off, finally able to get the ball into her, and she gets the shot up off the backboard and gets the 2 points.
Jacobs picks up her second personal foul. Fort Miller makes it a 9-point game, 36-27. Fort Miller's second one attempt is good. She's got 4, all coming here in the fourth quarter. And the Lady Red trail by 8, 36-28. 4:40 left to go in this girls' third place game. Campbell ahead to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp looking, finds Campbell left wing. Campbell back out front to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp swings it around to Schamberger right wing. Skip pass to Campbell left wing. Campbell inside for Spielman. Spielman turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by Fort Miller. Fort Miller ahead to Maydew. Maydew picks up her dribble. Now to Raby. Raby down to Rentschler. Rentschler drives in, and she's going to be fouled. They're going to say on the floor, though, but Talon will head to the free throw line as Lauren Spielman picks up her first personal foul. And again, the Lady Indians in the double bonus, so Rentschler heads to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Right idea with Rentschler, very quick decision making, got the pass, quickly put the ball on the floor and able to get to the lane and get a shot up, but before she got that shot, got fouled.
Rentschler misses the first one. Just 4 points in this ball game, both those baskets coming back in the second quarter for Talon. 36-28, the Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red as Rentschler's second one off the front of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Spielman. Hands it off to Campbell, and Addison Campbell brings it up with 4:10 left to go in the ball game to Schamberger. Schamberger right wing down to Campbell right corner. Campbell back to Schamberger right wing. Back to Campbell right corner. Skip pass to Dorenkamp left side. Dorenkamp lets the offense set up to Jacobs. Jacobs touch pass to Campbell. Campbell drives in. Shot over Fort Miller, good.
Tough shot is Fort Miller right there in defense. Got it up over top of Fort Miller's hands to get it to drop into the net.
Puts the lead back at double digits. Hoxie 38, Smith Center 28. 3:40 left to go in the girls' third place game. Fort Miller going to get called for the travel. And the ball goes back to the Hoxie Lady Indians. As McKenna comes back in, and Spielman going to take a seat for Hoxie.
Fort Miller got the pass, quickly looked to try to take it off down the lane. Seems she had nothing, but her feet were already moving, and decides to pull up and try to take a shot.
Lady Red come out in a full court press. Campbell brings it up the court, left to right, as the Lady Red back out. And Lady Indians get it to Schamberger out front to McKenna. McKenna swings it around to Jacobs left side. Jacobs skip pass to Campbell right corner, 3, good.
Campbell had room there to take the shot, decided to pull a trigger and rocks in another one.
41-28, the Lady Indians lead by 13, now their biggest lead of the ball game. And we'll take a timeout as Coach Lynn wants to talk things over with 3:14 left to go. Hoxie leads 41-28. You're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage, KQMA and the World Wide Web.
And take a look here at the school calendar. Quick links, athletic calendar. This is showing, like I said, we'll be playing basketball at Russell on Tuesday. On Thursday, junior high wrestling at Oberlin and wrestling duel at Smith Center against Norton. We'll try to get that on the internet and on the TV for y'all. And on Friday, we have boys varsity wrestling. It might be MCL League at Ellis. And on Friday, basketball at Stockton. So go Lady Red, go Redmen.
Red at 10-6 in the third quarter to lead by 10 at the end of 3:34-21. And they have outscored the Lady Red here in this one 6-4 to lead 41-28 here in the fourth quarter. 3:14 left to play. Rentschler has a tip, stolen away by Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp hands it off to Addie Campbell, and Campbell brings it back up the court between the circles of the left wing now to Jacobs. Jacobs back out front between the circles of Dorenkamp, the left side to McKenna, back out front to Schamberger, around to the right wing to Campbell. Campbell out front to Jacobs. Jacobs around to the right side to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp skip pass to Schamberger. Schamberger drives in, jump stop to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp in the right corner, picks up her dribble, looking. Now Ashlyn Long going to get called for a foul, her second personal foul. 6th Lady Red team foul.
Long getting Dornkamp kind of pinned in the corner there, just trying to stay in front of her on Dornkamp's pivots. Reached in, tried to poke the ball out of there, got her on the arm instead. Right idea there by Long. Had her trapped in the corner, might as well try to go for a steal.
2:40 left to go in the ball game. 41-28. The Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red. Campbell has it, right side, drives all the way in. Shot is up in traffic, no good. We're fighting for the rebound. Jump ball called Smith Center basketball. 2:28 left to go in the ball game. Hoxie leads 41-28 over the Smith Center Lady Red. Here in the girls' third place game of the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament.
Campbell went up against a bunch of trees underneath there compared to her as she went against Rentschler, Fort Miller, Long and Freeling underneath the basket, able to hold on just long enough to get a jump ball.
Maydew looks inside for Rentschler, just a little too high out of her reach. Ball goes out of bounds. Hoxie basketball, 2:19 left to play. Hoxie leads 41-28. Gracie Parsons into the ball game. Kendra Maydew going to take a seat. Full court pressure by the Lady Red. And Schamberger will inbound. Schamberger looking, still looking. Now gets it into Campbell. Campbell back to Schamberger. Schamberger brings it up the court, across the timeline, down to the right wing. Right corner goes the basketball to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp dribbles up to the right wing. Goes out front to Jacobs, now to McKenna. McKenna dribbles between the circles, now to Campbell right wing. Back out front to Schamberger. Schamberger between the circles to McKenna right side. McKenna skip pass to Schamberger right corner. Out front to Jacobs. Minute 50 left to go in the ball game. Hoxie leads 41-28. Campbell, Schamberger, right corner, no good. For the three, rebounded by Long. And then Long's outlet pass goes out of bounds, and it will be Lady Indians basketball. Minute 41 left to play here in the girls' third place game. Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red 41-28. And going to have a foul called here. This will be on the Lady Red, 7th team foul. And it will be on Gracie Parsons, her first.
Parsons trying to guard Campbell there. Campbell went to go one way, went to cut off and push off the other way. As she went to push off, kind of got pushed there by Parsons as well and went to the floor right in front of the ref. So quick call for the ref.
Campbell's first in the one-on-one is good. She now has 19. And the Hoxie Lady Indians lead 42-28 with a minute 40 left to play in the girls' third place game of the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. Campbell's second one is good as well. She now has 20. And the Lady Indians lead 43-28. 15 points, the biggest lead of the ball game. As Rentschler gets it inside, right block, turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by Parsons, and she's going to be fouled. So Gracie Parsons heads to the free throw line for the Lady Red. That was on McKenna, her third.
Parsons kind of slipping in there at the last second, getting position where she needed to, going up strong for the rebound, then going right back up. The Lady Red been doing a good job of that when they get the offensive rebounds. Instead of putting the ball back on the floor, they just go right back up and get the shot off and getting fouled on those.
Parsons misses the first one. Second one for Parsons on its way, and going to have a lane violation on the Lady Red, so it will be Lady Indians basketball with a minute and a half left to play. Hoxie leads by 15, 43-28. Schamberger looking to inbound, full court pressure by the Lady Red. Schamberger gets it into Campbell, back to Schamberger. Schamberger on the dribble. Brings it ahead to McKenna. McKenna now brings it across the timeline with a minute 20 left to go. Finds an opening, drives all the way in, layup good.
McKenna quickly going down the court against Freeling. Got the step on Freeling. Got down the court and quickly got his layup.
Makes it 45-28. Rentschler inside, and she gets called for the travel. Riley Mock comes into the ball game. Also back in, Morgan Keith. Addison Campbell takes his seat. Also, Macy Schamberger taking his seat. Talon Rentschler takes a seat for the Lady Red. Emma Enoch's into the ball game. A minute 9 left to play. Hoxie leads 45-28. 17-point lead for the Lady Indians. McKenna has it to Keith. Keith quickly up the right sideline, left to right on your radio dial. Out front to McKenna. McKenna swings it around to Mock, left side. Mock out front to Keith between the circles, around to the right side to Jacobs. Jacobs back out front to Dorenkamp. Dorenkamp holds on to it. Now back to McKenna right side. 50 seconds left to play. And Freeling going to get called for a foul.
As that's just a hustle there, fouled for Bree. Went to jump through there, tipped the ball out of there, but caught body as well as she was flying through the air.
So that sends Keith to the free throw line. Into the ball game, Willow Washington, a 5'10 freshman. Also in will be Molly Foote, a 5'6 sophomore. And Samantha Robin, a 5'8 junior. As Keith hits the first one, her first point of the ball game, makes it 46-28. Maddie Kelch into the ball game for the Lady Red. Bree Freeland going to take a seat. Bree, today 11 points, the only Lady Red player in double digits. 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. As Keith's second one, no good, rebounded by Kelch. Ahead to Parsons. Parsons drives in. Now to Long. Long down to the right block. Shot is up, no good, rolls out. Rebound fought for. And Washington comes away with it. Washington ahead to Keith. Keith pushes it up, tipped out by Parsons. It will remain Lady Indians basketball. 27.3 seconds left to play in the ball game. Girls' third place game of the Mid-Continent League basketball tournament. Hoxie leads by 18, 46-28. Keith has it underneath for Robin. Robin then going to get fouled. 9th team foul on the Lady Red. And Robin will head to the free throw line to shoot 1-1.
Robin faked one way, went back out on top. Long, I believe, got her hand out there trying to knock the ball out of there, just catching Robin on both arms as she went up to the basket.
So she'll get set for the first one. It's on its way. No good. I guess they say she was in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws here. Second one's on its way. That one is good. Her first point of the ball game. And it makes it 47-28, a 19-point Hoxie Lady Indian lead with 20 seconds left to go. Get it head to Parsons, left wing. Parsons drives in, and she's going to be fouled. And Gracie Parsons heads back to the free throw line. 15.8 seconds left. So Morgan Keith gets her first personal foul. Parsons back at the free throw line. 0 of 1 as their second free throw she technically made, but stepped over the line too soon. Got called for that lane violation. Misses that one. So she'll get set for her second free throw here, trying to cut in the Lady Indians lead. 47-28 right now with 15.8 seconds left to play. Second one for Parsons is good. Her first point of the ball game. And it makes it 47-29. The Hoxie Lady Indians lead the Smith Center Lady Red. 15.8 seconds left as they try to inbound. Full court pressure by the Lady Red. Long tries to track it down. Goes out of bounds, and Ashlyn Long actually caught it while she was standing out of bounds, so it will be Lady Indians basketball. 11.3 seconds left to go in the ball game. Hoxie leads 47-29. Mock will inbound. Again, full court pressure by the Lady Red. Mock trying to find somebody to inbound to. Gets it into Keith. Keith on the dribble, guarded by Raby. They get it ahead to Robin. Robin underneath for Washington. Tipped out, picked up by Foote in the right corner. And the Hoxie Lady Indians going to defeat the Smith Center Lady Red 47-29. We'll take a timeout here. We'll be back to wrap up this girls' third place game right after this as you're listening to MCL basketball tournament coverage on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Well, good effort by the Lady Red, but come up a bit short there in 4th place in the MCL basketball tournament. I'd like to thank Bella Schmidt for helping out here. Sorry about the internet problems. All you YouTube and Smith Center TV watchers, I'll be putting it on TV here this afternoon, and I'll try to upload it to the YouTube so you can watch the full game on the Smith Center Redman YouTube channel. So, go Lady Red, go Redmen. Thank you all, especially to Robbie and Jesse, who always do a great job of doing the talking thing on the basketball games. You're watching Lady Red Basketball on WWW.USC 237 and Next Tech Channel 165.